I'm sure most of us get bored after a couple of weeks of playing the same set, and since most of us are not competitive players and it's not our job, we tend to just not play it anymore. That happened to me. Over the course of TFT's life, my ranked status has been either Plat, Diamond, or Masters. After that, I usually get bored of it. I don't aim nor have time to reach above master since I'm a casual player, but I do enjoy this game because it gives me the opportunity to play something I can have fun with and not rely on teammates or stress myself about how bad my aim is or whatever. This season I reached gold pretty fast, then up to platinum quite easily, and even diamond wasn't that challenging. But then boredom kicked in, but I still enjoyed the game, so I found a way to fire up the spark. What I found useful was setting up a challenge. Since I don't care about my rank and I can be demoted from diamond, I challenged myself. Hi, I'm Odin, and I decided to play TFT Ranked for 30 games and see how far I can get. But there's a catch. I play only Viego. That's right, I forced Renegade Viego for 30 games. Here is how it went. It took me precisely 32 games of forcing Viego to get from Diamond 4 up to Masters. Before I get into my findings, please remember that there is a lot of luck/RNG involved, so take that into account. Let's talk about augments. Augments are a very important part of the game as they give you some benefits. Some provide additional damage or sustain, and some provide economy. In these 32 games, I was offered a hero augment as my first augment 14 times, so that's almost half of the games. And that's tough when you want to force a specific comp because you might be offered something completely unusable that simply does not fit your comp, but you need to adapt to the situation and improvise. For example, in one game, my best choice was Blitzcrank Dynamic Defenses. I took that for the free Gargoyle Stone Plate and played a strong early mid-game board until I stabilized for a Viego transition. Another example would be Gangplank Get Paid, same thing. I used that to build my economy and transition later. Here's the frequency of my augments in these 32 games. Jeweled Lotus 6 times, Vitality of the Ox 6 times, Renegade Crest 5 times, Battle Mage 2 5 times, Smash 4 times, Battle Mage 1 4 times, Portable Forge 4 times, Tiny Titans 4 times, Partners in Crime 3 times, Ruthless Blade 3 times. These are my top 10 picks for these 32 games. Let's move to items. After 32 games you wanna force or even play Viego, all I have to say is prioritize Rod. 3 of my top 5 final items were Ionic Spark, Jeweled Gauntlet, Hextech Gunblade. And they all share a component, Rod. Of course, if you are lucky enough to get Jeweled Lotus as an augment, that opens up a spot on Viego and you can put Hand of Justice or Titan's Resolve or Giant Slayer or Rabadon's Cap or whatever. Just put something on him if you have a spare item. Now that we've covered the basics of items and augments, let's talk a bit about the early mid game. Obviously, forcing a comp is not an easy thing to do, especially one with a 4-cost carry. This means you need to survive early mid-game, reach level 7 or 8 and be healthy and wealthy enough to roll for a transition. How do we do that? We look for low-cost champions that 1. Use well the same items that we plan on building for late game, and 2. Use well the augments that we pick. The second one is not really that important, but it's good if possible. I found 2 ways to get to mid game and transition. 1. I use Talon as an early carry. The items that we plan for Viego are perfect for Talon, which means try to get 3 Renegade and 2 Oxforce and slowly level up to have 4 Oxforce in total. All your tank items go on Alistar or Annie or Fiora. A second way, build random 2-star champions. Have frontline and 1 or ideally 2 backline damage. What worked for me was duelists. All your tank items such as Ionic Spark, Sunfire Cape, Titan's Resolve, they go on Nyla. Damage items you can put everything on Kale, Gangplank or Vayne. Here are my findings. The Viego item combination that gained me the most LP is Ionic Spark Hextech Gunblade Jeweled Gauntlet. I have made this combination 7 times and I have placed first 4 times, second 2 times, and an awkward 6th to complete the circle. This gained me a total of 203 LP. The second combination is Ionic Spark Hextech Gunblade Hand of Justice. I completed this 5 times, placed 4th twice, 3rd once, 2nd once, and 1st, bringing in a total of 98 LP. However, I built Ionic Spark on Viego in 28 out of 32 games, which tells me that it's almost a must-have in order for it to work. But that's debatable because you can either have it on another champ, or have static shiv, or have no armor shred at all, but then you're pretty screwed. I also found Oxforce emblem to be much more beneficial than Renegade emblem. Getting 3 Renegade, 6 Oxforce, it's much easier than getting 6 Renegade. For 6 Renegade, you need Leona, which is a 5 cost, or you need to have 2 Renegade emblems. 6 Oxforce, it's easier because you have Talon, Fiora, Annie, Alistar, Viego, and an emblem. Recently, I've been putting Oxforce emblem on Nunu. Remember how Oxforce gives attack speed and Nunu does not? Although, so attack speed for Nunu translates into movement speed. It's crazy, you should try it. Or another Oxforce emblem user is Samira. She's an ace and she can pretty much clean up everything after Viego ults. Another one would be 3 Renegades for Oxforce, Mordekaiser as an ace, and then complete the rest boards with threats like Zac, Ramos, Cho'Gath. Let me know what kind of challenge you would like to see in the future. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching and see you soon.